So I was recently asked, what do you think someone should learn before they turn 30? It's a great question and an important one. And a question that I wished I had asked back yonder to someone old like me, someone with actual experience and results to draw from, and someone who cared enough to tell it to me straight. No holds barred. And I ask you, if you know anybody sub 30 that you care about, be sure that they get this series. And if you are post 30, do not think for a second that you are off the hook. All of this, we actually need reminding of. And I'm going to say right now, as we get further into this mini adventure, I'm betting you're still struggling with some of these life challenges yourself and need this advice now even more urgently than your younger brethren. So please go deeply with this as we traverse through this 5-part series. All right, let's dive in. Here's number 1. That thing that you went through recently called school, that wasn't your real education. You see, school is just a place adults send you during the day while they go out and actually work, make a living, pay for all the food, shelter, books, and sports uniforms that you were going to want. It's kind of like government subsidized daycare. Now, they did kind of hope that you were taught how to learn and how to get along in strange tribes of other humans. If you did survive that, then that will be useful later in life. Formal schooling it's actually more of a maturation phase, right? Helping you mature rather than actually teaching you what you need to know and how to prosper out in the wild. You've probably already figured out that most everything you studied in school, it's pretty much useless out into the wild of the real world. So on behalf of the older generation, sorry about that. It's kind of a crappy setup, I know, and we should have fixed it by now, but we haven't. So now, if you want to succeed, you want to live well, you want to do work that matters, you have to begin your real education. That begins right now. It starts with the discovery of yourself, learning about yourself, and working on yourself. This is what's called self-improvement. Without it, you'll be left behind. Discovering your unique strengths and identifying those limiting weaknesses that could sabotage and hinder your ability to succeed, that will be critical education. If you keep showing up here each morning on Darren Daily, we will help you work on yourself. Small, consistent improvements that will compound into massive improvement, massive growth and development over time. It's a magnificent process of becoming better every day. And then you'll need to develop some actual skills, useful skills that you can use out into the wild to prosper, skills used out in the marketplace and in the real world. So now if you're asking, and I hope you are, so smart guy, which skill do you think I need to start with? And that's a great question. So here's my answer. I suggest starting with sales, learning to communicate confidently, empathetically, and influentially, learning to present, persuade, overcome obstacles, and deal with rejection, in my view, is one of the most important skills you could ever gain. Even if you don't want to be in sales, you will quickly learn that everything in life is sales. And I mean everything, full stop. Develop this skill, and it's like obtaining the key to the vault. With it, you can open up the door, and there's an endless supply of abundance inside. And I don't care if you want to be an engineer or a coder or a game designer, an architect, a doctor, an artist, an interior designer, an actor, a project manager, a domestic engineer. Every single endeavor that you can think of requires you selling your ideas, your opinions, and influencing others. Everything. You have to understand that the best products, the best ideas, the best work does not win. When dealing with human beings, it comes down to which products, which ideas, and which work is better communicated, marketed, and sold that wins. Period. Full stop. You want to accelerate your heroic journey, right? Enjoy the life that most people only admire and envy from a distance? Then go do an apprenticeship. Go get a job in sales. Preferably something that's hard to sell and something that has to be sold live and in person, face to face, or over the phone. Now, it doesn't have to be for the rest of your life, but go do it for a year or two. Face the process of what it takes to win friends and influence people. The rest of your life will be better for it, I promise. Without this muscle, this essential skill, I'm afraid you will struggle with most everything and never be strong enough to rise above your peers and live the life that you were actually meant to live. I implore you, do not neglect the development of this vital skill. And if I didn't scare you off already, I'll see you right back here tomorrow for my second piece of advice. I'll see you then.